I'm thinking them wealthy thoughts, baby.
Everything about you.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy StephenMotivate back at you again with another edition of Wealthy Thoughts. Here with my co-host. What's up, bro?
Steve James, what's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good, man. Blessed, favored, feeling really good about
Sure.
things that we got going. How you doing?
I'm good, man. This is a new season of Wealthy Thoughts and a new season of my life.
Yeah.
So, it's uncomfortable.
So I'm miserable, actually.
It gets uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I just think that's the beauty of growth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like no matter, out of all the things that I've done, everything has always been uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I think that that's just part of life. I think that's just part of growing up and experiencing things. You know what I mean? And it's okay to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's okay to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because chances are, if you're uncomfortable, there's a reason for it. And I kind of have a hard time of embracing that at times, because it's like, I should be way further ahead than what I am. You kind of have those type of talks with yourself, just how life plays out. But I just think it's important to embrace the uncomfortableness.
Yeah.
And just because, on the other side of that is, something's coming, and you feel it, you just don't. It's just tough at the time when you're dealing with it. Like, oh, okay, when's this going to pass?
Right.
Because I'm tired of it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just this is a very fragile part of life right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
I feel you.
fatherhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That part of it is, it's like you can't shut that off. That just doesn't shut off.
No, it definitely doesn't.
You know what I mean? Because as soon as that sun breaks, them little humans are up and ready to go. Active.
Going.
So
Should we talk about that? Should we talk about fatherhood?
I'm cool with talking about fatherhood. I love it.
I love it too, I think. No, I love being a father. But I wanted to comment on something else you said, like, as far as being uncomfortable. I've always said, like, your growth happens when you're uncomfortable, right? You remember, like, you was young. Don't nobody ever think I grew because I'm so small. But at one point I was growing and couldn't fit clothes and was having growing pains, and you'd actually hurt. Your body is starting, and your mom be like, that's just growing pains. Don't worry. It's fine. It's like, no, I think something wrong. No, it's growing pains. And it makes you uncomfortable to grow.
Yeah.
And so I think fatherhood is another example of, like, an example of something that makes you uncomfortable at times, but you know that it's simultaneously growing you.
Right.
Right. My kid spitting up in my face. It's like, okay, how's this making me better? How's this making me a better person? But somehow it's growing you.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, okay, I'm becoming more patient. I'm becoming more. So talk about that. Talk about being a father, being an entrepreneur. Talk about you recently, you're like bi-coastal now, all over the place. So talk about that.
Man, so fatherhood is such a beautiful thing. And the reason why it's beautiful,
I feel like you're good at it too, by the way. I feel like you're good at fatherhood.
At fatherhood?
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people say that. It's like, man, you make it look so easy. I'm like, well, it's not easy at all. I think for me, I don't know if it's because I have boys. Because boys are really easy.
No, I wouldn't know.
Boys are easy. It's just, like, I don't have girls, so it's kind of hard to compare. But I go off of you. I go off of Corey. I see how the girls are it's just different.
It's I'm gonna talk about the girls.
Yeah, it's just different. So I don't like, my buddies be like, oh well, the girls are moody and the boys are moody.
Yeah.
Like there's times when they'll wake up like, oh, you woke up on the wrong side, like just pure attitude. Like, why are you like this? But I just think that it's just a new space. This is new.
Yeah.
Even the kids are like, just because they're our kids, it's like we're still learning our kids.
Yeah.
Like you're a stranger, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like I'm still learning how to talk to you.
Yeah.
How to not be so stern in it. You know what I mean? Like kind of letting them, kind of explore and do different things. You just don't want you as a parent, especially of boys, you don't want them to kill one another. So it's like, all right, relax.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
they're
just so rough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything they do is rough.
Yeah.
Especially the middle one.
Yeah.
The middle one, Sire, he's just rough.
Yeah.
And I just, that's how we were. So I just understand. So it's like I have to keep that in my mind. Like, okay, well, this is how we was growing up.
Yeah.
We're going to fight one another. And they're so close in age. Like, me, Cameron, and Kyle, we had a kind of a
little separation,
a little gap.
Yeah.
So, them being almost height level is just crazy. Their little fight battles be epic. It's like, stop gouging your brother's eyes out. Like, why are you doing that? You know what I mean? Like, it's like certain things. I don't know. It's just,
UFC.
It's funny, and I just
Toddler
try to I try to I mean we grew up in a 2-parent household. You know what I mean? I'm parenting like how my parents parent. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's what makes it easy, because it's like once you had that upbringing, it kind of makes, it's just like, okay, I'm, me, Brianna, and the kids. Like, this is my family.
Yeah.
That's what makes it easier, is because it's like, okay, we're not co-parenting.
Yeah.
You're not dropping them off on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like, I have time with my kids.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part that, I don't know. And then I feel like we just older too. It's like, now all of my buddies who had kids when they was younger, their kids going to college.
Right.
It's like, man, I wish we would have started early.
Right.
It's like now we start completely all over. I'm back in the gym trying to get my body right because they jumping on me. I'm like, that hurt.
Right.
Let me get some muscles put on me, because
my kids be hurting me all the time.
But I don't know, man. I'm loving this space. As a father, I just think the biggest hurdle right now is the juggling between that and just, making sure the next move is the best move.
Yeah.
Financially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That thing, because, I'm still in real estate. I feel like that real estate for me that's my head honcho.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that I really want to make my head honcho, because I've experienced a lot with it, and I'm seeing how it moves.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing other people who's in that space, how it's moving.
Yeah.
And to be able to have that freedom, real estate kind of gives you that once you have a good team.
Right.
Like once you have a good developer and, you know what I mean, a good contractor.
Mm-hmm.
And once you've done it, just the experience alone kind of gives you that peace of mind. Like, oh, okay, I've done this before. It's just about rinse and repeating.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So I just think, so actually from the last season, so the new build that we did before, we sold that this year.
Okay.
In February. So that was a blessing.
Yeah.
It took a little while for that one, and like this is just a learning process. People that the house that we built was on the main street, busy street, and they're still turning that area. So a lot of people love the house because it's a brand new house. They love the house. They just didn't love that it was on a busy street. So now it's like, okay, now I have to find, because that's the thing with real estate. You only need to find one person.
Right.
But now going forward, in my eyes, I don't want to buy land and build and flip in the hood anymore.
Okay.
And that's just because there's too many variables. And I'm seeing once you go deeper downtown, closer to downtown, in those type of areas where they're at, number one, your margins are larger, and this is where people want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you're buying houses and when you're buying land in those places, like, you just have to have the patience to be able to stick it out. Someone's going to buy the product. It's just a matter of when they're going to buy it.
So let me ask you this. So if jumping back to the children part, so did you have, so last season we talked about the big flip, the big win.
Yep.
Let me ask you about that. Do you feel like that got you too high? Like you came out the gate, let's say that's like going to the league and winning a championship your rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good characterization of that?
That actually is. That's a great analogy, because and this wasn't for that house. It was the way the market is.
Yeah.
And you can't control that.
Yeah.
So we struck gold on our first situation, which was a blessing, but it was a headache all the way up to the blessing.